customized action packs for fighting in close and going where vehicles can't.
The floor, bleeding like the proverbial stuck pig.
Welcome to the podcast. We don't shake the wine in front of it. Also, it's not wine because we're underage. We got Thomas here. We got Robbie here. We got James here. Wow, welcome to the show, boys. You're on it. I'm very good at this.
Dude, you're hot and you're cold.
Let's all just do a couple icebreakers real quick. Robbie, what's your favorite sex position? No, we shouldn't do that. We're underage.
Monogamous.
Consensual. My favorite position is consensual.
Only consensual.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Robbie, what's your favorite Power Rangers series?
Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder is good.
Oh, I thought we were still on the sex thing. Sorry.
What's your favorite Power Rangers thing?
My favorite
Pink Ranger on my face.
James, you're peeking the audio.
I'm sorry. I just got close and I laughed. What's your favorite? Pink Ranger on my face.
What's your favorite Power Rangers thing?
My favorite Power Rangers series is Power Rangers SPD, which stands for Space Patrol Delta. Although it stands for Special Police Deca Ranger in Japan.
Do you know the fucking...
Yeah, of course I know.
Do you remember the fucking, like swag thing? For people to stop saying swag, is like, it's an anagram for secretly we are gay.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was with somebody and he made us an acronym for swag. And it's like...
Was it swag?
No, it was like secretly we are Great Gatsby. Because he was reading the Great Gatsby.
Jesus Christ.
Cool, fuck, I don't know what's the topic.
We should probably have like a list of shit. Like just
Yeah, here, I'll write shit down.
this is what I say when I'm going through the drive-thru at McDonald's.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. What do you want?
Hi, can I get 2 McDoubles, a medium Sprite,
Yeah.
and a McFlurry?
Yeah.
Hey, man, can you get me something?
Do you want a junior chicken?
Of course.
Can you get me something?
Do you want 17?
Yeah, what would you like?
Can I get 6 20 packs of nuggets?
620 nuggets.
And
We
you
don't
can-
have nuggets!
We don't have nuggets, sir.
Okay, that's fine. What else you got?
Wait, what did he say?
He said this got no nuggets.
We got no nuggets?
We don't have
Yeah.
nuggets.
Wait 1 sec, let me just get in. I'm sorry, sir, you said you had no nuggets?
Bitches be crazy. What do you mean you got no nuggets, dog? Fuck you.
We're out of nuggets. It's Black Friday. People are hungry, man.
Hungry man. The only TV dinner to have.
Okay, can I get like three quarters of a large fry? And can you put like a lot of mayo on that?
Can I get a chicken bloody burger?
Yeah. Wait. No.
Hey, do you guys have that
Sir.
teen burger for $3.50?
Sir, this is Value Village.
Why are you in a drive-thru?
Why are you in the store with your car?
Why are you in my car with my store?
You're breaking the first rule of improv.
What?
That's no questions.
You're breaking the first rule of Fight Club.
Sorry, I don't go to improv class, Thomas.
Yeah.
Listen, that's a classic. You're not supposed to say questions. It stops the scene. You guys just kept asking each other
Hey,
questions.
guess what? Joey Malone.
Robbie, tell me a first grade story.
Oh, I've had a fucking dream in like the... Okay, I had a weird fucking fever dream in the first grade. It was,
What's a fever dream?
I don't fucking know.
It's a dream you have while you have
You
a fever.
cannot say that you've had something if you
Alright,
don't know.
fine. I was tripping on massive acid in fucking grade 1.
Okay.
And then...
Well, if you were, then that's fine.
I'm gonna need to level the audio. It's so bad on this shit.
Well, so what happened was, I just remember, like, talking in my sleep and just being like, no.
Idaho?
No.
You shouldn't expose your fucking first grade
Sorry,
teacher like
no, Miss Idaho. No.
that. They're perfect.
Yeah, so just put Idaho.
Yeah, I'll
in
bleep it
there.
out.
Yeah.
Here, can you give me a clean Idaho for that?
Okay.
Idaho? You
no, you know.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Anyway, what's Miss Idaho doing?
I don't fucking know what she's doing nowadays.
No, but what you had
Still teaching
you had a
grade one.
massive fever dream.
Yeah, so I was just talking to her, like I was talking in my sleep, and my mom came into my room. And she was like, she heard me like talking in my sleep. My eyes were wide open. She was terrified. She
Is that why you never have your door closed?
I had a big,
Yeah. Seriously. That's why I close my door all the time.
I had a big crush on my my kindergarten teacher. Yeah.
Oh, I have a story about first grade teachers after.
Okay, cool. So I had a big crush on my kindergarten teacher. And I saw her at Moose Winooski's once, but I was like, I must have been, I think I was in first grade at this point.
Big hard on?
And I did not get a big hard on, James. That's not true. Anyway, I saw my kindergarten teacher at Moose Winooski's once, and I was like, no, Mom, I don't have a crush on her. Because my mom was like, yeah, you're a great teacher. And I thought at that point it was like going to be creepy. If I thought my teacher was not going to like me anymore if she knew I had a crush on her, not realizing that I was 6 and that she would just think it was cute. And so I was really embarrassed that I didn't talk to her. I was like the whole time.
At the Moose Winooski's?
At the Moose Winooski's. Here's the thing about Moose Winooski's. When I was 8 years old, I went there for a birthday party, or my birthday, because when they know it's your birthday, they throw a pie in your face, and I wanted to get a pie in the face.
I've never done that.
But I went there during lunch, and they didn't do it, and I was so mad. James, what's your first grade teacher story?
She got a divorce in the middle of like the year, so we had to start calling her
You had to call her by a different name.
yeah, so she was, I'm just gonna say first like initials, so it was Mrs. M, right? And we called her Mrs. M since kindergarten because we just conversed with her.
Yeah.
And then we had to start calling her like Mrs. L, but nobody did because we couldn't do it.
Yeah, that was like
because we were in grade 1 and we couldn't understand what a divorce was. And
remember that when she started marrying?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that happened to us too.
seriously.
It said it wasn't a divorce. She got married.
Well,
Oh, she got married.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Getting married is different because we went from Mrs. M to Miss L.
Ooh, that's embarrassing.
I feel bad.
I was hoping that both names would start with M, and you'd be like, yeah, she started as Ms. M, and you had to call her Miss M.
Miss M. Oh, I have another thing about teachers like in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
In the middle of our sex ed unit in grade 7, our teacher tells us she's having a kid. So we start like we talk.
Did she bring out her pussy, dude?
But we start talking for the rest of the year about like not her personal experiences,
but like how it happened.
Experiences and like how it happens. And all of us at recess were like, yo, dude, she's getting it.
I'm cutting that out.
It would be funny if you cut it out right before you said, dude, I'm cutting that out.
Like, you should just add stuff in there. We're just like, sorry, didn't mean to say that. And then like, I'm cutting that out.
This podcast is gonna be impossible to edit. It's just gonna be us talking over each other.
That's what it was. That's what we kind of thought it would be.
McDonald's burger.
Here, I got one.
I wish I didn't laugh.
There's been 10 seconds of dead space, Robbie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Hold on, I'm fucking collecting myself. Pop that pussy for the Warner Brothers.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's Yakko Wacko and their little sister Dot popped that pussy for him.
I'm in pain. Oh, it hurts.
I'm sweating.
I got blue balls right now.
Dude, I got like...
Open that window, Rob.
Okay.
Yeah, open the...
It is very hot in
It's
here.
hot in here.
You know what's fucked up? That vent that's like under my dresser, it only fucking comes out with hot air.
Oh, that's really?
Yeah.
Oh, we only have heating. We don't have AC, which
that's
is really nice in the winter, but it fucks us over in the summer.
In the summer, that sucks ass.
Yeah, we have a pool, but like I don't always want to be in the pool.
Yeah, we don't want to sleep in the pool.
You don't want to prune it.
I don't.
Dude, imagine being a prune.
I'm sorry, that's why I always like take off my shirt in your house, and your dad's like, why does Robbie take off his shirt?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he does.
Dad's never asked that.
Yeah, he does. Do you know the first time I met Alex's dad, I had my fucking shirt off?
Walter, sleep.
Walter, sleep.
My dog fell asleep. That's what he's referring to.
Yeah, I forgot.
The first time I met Alex's dad.
Alex is our friend who might be on the podcast later.
I had my fucking shirt off in his room because it was boiling in there, and he had his shirt off as well. But he comes upstairs, he's like, "Oh, hey, Robbie," and he walks back downstairs.
Do you remember when we were
I was laying down on his bed, but like I was like doing one of these.
Yeah. Okay. He was completely joking when he said this. Robbie was joking, but he was like, "Dude, fuck it. I'll just drink this whole fucking bottle of vodka and drive around town." Walks downstairs. Alex's dad is right there.
Right in the basement.
And he turns around and walks right back upstairs.
I was like, man, it's a shame I have my G1 and I have to be responsible, or else I would have been chugging this shit and we would have been driving down
McDonald's Burger.
the street. And I went downstairs and I'm like, "Hi, Mr.
McDonald's Burger 2.
And I walked back upstairs.
We shouldn't put the street name.
Hi.
Okay, this is for the street name. McDonald's Burger. And then this is for Alex's dad's name.
Yeah.
McDonald's Burger 2.
I don't know if you want to.
Pacific Rim comes out July 12th.
Are you just looking at my Pacific Rim poster? I've had that shit up since I was like 12.
No, Pacific Rim.
Yeah, check that shit out. It's hung up with thumbtacks. That's how old I was.
Oh shit. In the drywall.
In the fucking drywall.
Thumbtack?
I didn't even know how to find the baseboard. What a loser. James, are you okay? That was like...
I don't drink dark sodas, and it just made
Dark
me
soda. Yes, dark soda.
Let me pop that pussy for you.
Yeah.
Wait, 2 messages.
I probably have some videos of it if I want.
It's pretty funny.
Okay. Just say whenever you want. So today was pretty cool. I saw my cousins for the first time.
Oh, really? Ever?
What the fuck?
I said for the first time,
is strange.
comma, in a while.
All of my cousins are like...
Inbred.
I'm not close.
Close.
I'm not close with really any of my cousins because they're all
Samsung charger now.
they're all either like up to
Where's the Apple charger?
like
Probably
30 years.
outside. Sorry.
They're either like 13 years. No, not 13.
I need one though. My phone's at 4.
They're either like 30 years old or like 5.
Go check my parents' room.
So it's just.
Where's your parents' room?
It's that over there.
No,
It's together 2 big double doors.
Okay.
They're all either like 40 or 5. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, like they're just not like relatable. And I just think it's weird because I remember I went to
Whoa.
like ended up going to a funeral like a few weeks ago, and at like the reception everybody was talking to each other and being like, "Yeah, dude, cousins." And I was like, I heard somebody say that for the summertime they would just swap cousins, like they'd go to each other's houses and get closer with family, but I only know like 4 of my cousins well enough to like actually understand who I am.
Your parents' room.
Well, then fucking let your phone die.
Damn good.
No, I feel the same way. I'm pretty close with the cousins. I'm pretty close with like half my cousins, and then I'm absolutely not close with the other half. Like,
Yeah,
there we go.
Or no, my dad was born like 20 years after my aunt, my oldest aunt. So he had like nephews that were around his same age, and those are sort of the people that I always considered more of my aunts and uncles. But they're really my cousins.
They're just old.
Yeah, and then his actual brothers and sisters are totally estranged from the rest of us. Like, we don't really talk to them, and they're sort of crazy. Yeah, so I totally get that. Like, I also went to the funeral, like earlier this year, and it was like people I knew, and they were going like, "Oh, so sad, wow." So I went around, and it was people being like, "Oh, wow, it sucks," and then the rest of them I didn't even know. So I don't know. It was a weird experience. I don't know. I just feel a little far away from that part of my family. You know?
Yeah, like I always feel like I want to be closer with my cousins because we're like blood related, kind of. But it just, I don't know. It just doesn't happen. They're all way older than me or live like 3-hour drive away, and I don't have
Gas money.
gas money to go and see.
The cousins I'm like closest with,
Jake.
they live in Texas, so I only see them like once or twice a year.
Yeah, but you're still like close to them, like into the point where you talk to them all the time. Like I talk to my cousins maybe once every 3 months, which isn't that much compared, but like it's not that long of a time compared to a lot of other people that I know. But still, like compared to talking to them almost every day and having a relationship, because you guys are close to the same age, right?
Yeah, Jake is 9 months younger than I am.
Yeah, I don't have anybody.
Also Dominic.
Oh yeah, Dominic. I
Also
forgot.
Sam.
Your
Girlfriend?
Yeah. She's 9 months younger than me.
She's not your
Okay,
cousin, you
no,
idiot.
I know, I don't.
I mean, unless she is.
I mean,
Are you
whatever,
dating
man.
your cousin, dude?
I mean, I think she's cute, so I mean, whatever. But
To clarify, Robbie is not dating his cousin. I think, right?
I don't think.
Can we get that in
so.
writing?
But like,
Pass me the coke.
But think about this. Oh yeah, sure.
We do tons of drugs. We're very cool.
Give this thing about
dark
this.
paw.
I was born June 26th. She was born March 26th.
Wow.
That's my birthday.
Like to the date.
No, March 21st.
So when I was being born, she was being conceived.
Wow.
Whoa, that's fucked up. Maybe it was a celebration.
Maybe. Yeah. No. They were like, thank God he's finally on Earth. Oh, Sam was born
Oh, Sam's
or
born.
conceived.
Were you guys planned?
Planned? Yeah.
I don't.
I was.
I'm assuming so, just because that I have like a older sister, and generally you have like a 2-year, 3-year gap between siblings.
Yeah.
I was not.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not. The condom was broken.
And what's 9 months from my birthday?
Birth control.
March. It would be June, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Canada Day?
Happy Canada.
Do you think my parents fucked on Canada Day?
Oh, you got one, England. That was a nice one for them.
No, but I wasn't. You know what's funny about that? When I was in skateboard camp when I was 8 years old, my mom told me that I was born on birth control when I was about maybe 6 or 7, and for some reason I thought this was a good thing. So at skateboard camp the whole week because
Aw, man.
because I was
Let me finish.
because I was a fucking loser who tried to be cool at every twist and turn, and because there were a lot of cool kids at skateboard camp, because you know it's skateboard camp, I kept telling people that I was born on birth control. And so everybody at that camp knew I was an accident by the end of the week.
Jesus Christ.
That is hilarious.
Do you want to hear a little story about me? So this is what I used to go to Taekwondo and shit, right?
Oh, epic.
And so we had to sparring, right? But whenever I was up against a woman, I would refuse to fight her.
Oh, dude, respect women, dude.
Yeah, no, even from like a young age, like a girl, like she hit me, and I just stood there.
You were a fucking white knight
Yeah,
from an early age, dude.
But like, what do you do? Like, I mean, I get that it's jujitsu or whatever you said.
Dude, before you're like 13, boys and girls are basically the same.
That makes sense.
I
mean,
just remember my parents being like, never hit a girl, so I was like, okay, that applies everywhere.
Anyway, guys, fucking camp stories. James, you had a camp story, right?
I went to blues camp, and I have been for 4 years. It's the only camp I've ever been to, and I talk to all of the teachers, and I play a lot of drums, but I don't talk to any of the other people, and that's my story.
You're just a teacher's pet?
I'm not a teacher's pet, it's just that I...
Teacher's pet,
No, it's
teacher's
all
pet.
the people there...
Gets his little wee wet.
all the people there, the norm in this
Norm
place...
Macdonald?
No,
The
shut up.
Norm McDonald?
No, the norm in
he's an acid tongue Darren.
No, the norm in this
I'm Trent
place...
Ferguson.
Guys, the norm in this place
9/11.
is what we all think, like the weird kids at our school are like the popular kids there. So I just don't get along
You're
with them.
popular?
No, I'm weird.
Oh, okay. Wait.
It's like it's our school completely reversed.
Backwards.
So I just generally don't
You be eating.
like whenever I go, I just don't get along with them. So I'm just kind of talking to my friends back here, saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this amount of songs and blah blah blah." It's just like it's more of a performance opportunity because I get to play at the festival than
Remember you
meeting
telling me
people.
about this, and you're like, I won't be here.
Yeah, I didn't want to be there a few years ago. Last year was really good though. I enjoyed it.
I'm the exact opposite of James. I went to every camp imaginable because as I went over, I
you go to
had
church camp
I
once?
had 0 friends. I did go to
don't-
church camp maybe in 7th or 8th grade.
I remember you told me that.
No, not 7th or 8th grade. 7 or 8.
You told me that in.
Oh no, it was 7th or 8th grade.
Was it?
You're right.
Wait,
I was thinking of a different church camp, but I did go to church camp. And what's funny about that is there was like a mountain biking.
I'm just kidding. I wanted to freak you out for a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Continue.
The funny thing about that church camp was there was a mountain biking sort of thing in the middle of the week.
Driving.
So every day we were supposed to bring our bikes to go mountain biking, I guess. And I was like, where can I put my bike? And they said,
Nowhere.
I fucking hate you, James. They said there's like one of those mobile.
Leave it with God.
No, there's one of those like classrooms that's built into like a tanker, like an oil tanker, not like an oil tanker.
Fuck.
But we know
Like,
what I
just
know
a-
what you mean.
yeah.
Like portable.
Like a portable classroom.
Porta potty classroom.
I fucking wish you were dead.
I wish you were here.
I wish you were here. We're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl.
Sorry, we were singing Incubus.
Oh,
Pink Floyd.
Not Pink Floyd, sorry.
Sorry.
Anyways, continue with your church
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
wow, this is the worst fucking shit we've ever done.
Okay, no, go ahead.
The weird thing about that church camp was that so there was a mountain. Shut the fuck up, Robbie. You're so I've been trying to tell this story for 5 minutes. You keep coming out because you're fucking Capri Sun to death, dude. You've got an addiction, dude.
That's so much Capri Sun.
So much Capri Sun. Put the bottle down, or put the package down. Put the little yellow straw down, Robbie. You don't need it. You're a slave to that drink pouch.
Dude, you need to go to like CP.
I need to go to rehab.
No, CA.
You go CA.
Capri Sun Anonymous.
The funny thing about that church camp is that there was a mountain biking thing, so we brought our bikes every day, and I didn't know it was a church camp. I
You
didn't.
said like fuck God.
I didn't know it.
You had the anarchy symbol on all of your tires.
No, I didn't know it was a church camp.
Crossover with.
I didn't know it was a church camp, and I went to put my bike in like a mobile or a portable classroom that they had. And then I walked in, and it was like a horror movie because I walked in and it was like "God save us" written all over the chalkboards in there. And I said, "Oh no," because I'm like in 8th grade. I'm a little edgy atheist, like you are in 8th grade.
Yeah, of course. That's
I hurt my
funny.
back there.
That's funny as shit, bro.
That was a pretty cool camp though.
Yeah.
I remember that was when Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life was really big.
Oh, throwback.
dude.
Throwback. That shit.
And one of the other kids that was in the camp was talking to the counselor, and she was joking around, and she said to me like, "Shrek is love, Shrek is life," and the counselor went, "No, we do not talk about that at camp. Don't. That's inappropriate."
Oh my god.
I remember it was traumatizing, dude. So that's why I'm scared of authority. No, I'll actually get into why I'm scared of authority.
Wait, okay, because I just still on the camp thing, because you were like, oh yeah, I'm the complete opposite of James. I went to every camp. I've only been to the one camp, and I started in grade 9, so I've never went to a camp like when I was like a really, really young dude. So yeah, that's just a thought that I wanted to say.
Oh, here's another story about camp. I went to a basketball camp.
No, go to why you're scared of authority.
Yeah, do that first.
Oh, okay. So why I'm scared of authority?
Great.
In 2nd grade, it was the last year I was at Harvard.
Harvard, yeah.
Oh, I think that was in the other recording, so it's not going to be. We're calling my first school Harvard and my second school and Robbie's all school
Princeton.
Princeton. We're talking about elementary schools. So my last year at Harvard,
17.
which was in 2nd grade, before I went to Princeton, Robbie's school. And what should we call James's school? Arizona State.
Probably Brock.
Brock.
Because I mean, if you can walk and talk, you're gonna.
You can go to Brock.
You can throw up and grow up, you can go to Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, why are you afraid of authority? What the fuck?
Okay, so my last year in Harvard, I love that we call it that. I was in
Why? It feels
this.
so
I was in this really nice teacher's class. She was getting engaged or she was engaged that year.
What'd you do?
I fucked her, dude.
I was gonna say that.
I fucked her husband.
Alright, why'd you go that way?
No.
Alright,
And in this
why'd you go
class,
that
in this
way?
class, we had a teacher's assistant named Mr. Beauregard to protect the innocent. And I was a little edgy kid who just learned what the N-word was, and that. And I didn't call him the N-word.
Was he?
No, he wasn't black.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure. Like, I want to get.
We are not racist.
No, I just want to make sure, like, because, like,
he was a white guy. He was a little chubby.
No, I'm just saying because you were talking about and you were introducing this character, and then you were like, I just learned what the N-word was, so it's making us think that you're gonna call him.
Oh my god, where's the Febreze? My dog just farted. Anyway,
Dude,
so we were talking about a class discussion and the teacher. You can spell it now, right?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that chemtrails are just planes with Febreze on the back.
The CIA keep farting, and that's why they have chemtrails.
That's why the ozone layer goes down. There's too many farts on the world. 7 billion.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, James. I just sprayed Febreze in his face. So we were talking in class, and the teacher brought up Mr. Beauregard, right? It's not his name, but that's what I'm calling him. And a guy we know, Braden. You guys know Braden.
Oh no, not him.
He said, sort of offhandedly, he was in 2nd grade at the time, like I was. He said the N-word. No, he did not say. Now I've got to change his name because I don't want to incite that he said the N-word.
Okay, I have a story about learning the N-word too.
Okay, cool.
I learned from him.
From me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I taught you the N-word.
I was like, I sent you. Okay, I'm trying to.
No. Okay, 1 sec. Let me finish Mr. Beauregard. It's real quick.
And then me, and then you.
Mr. Brayden said, "Oh, I love Mr. Beauregard," and this is so fucking funny now. I turned to my buddy Johnny. It's not his name, but
Versace.
He was in the grade above us, and I was sitting next to him. And he was my good friend at the time, and I whispered to him. I said, "He's gay." Because I was talking about Brayden, because he said, "I love Mr. Beauregard," right? And I didn't realize the teacher was right next to me.
So did he think that you called him gay?
No.
Oh, you just got in trouble for calling him
my
gay.
teacher, yeah. No. So the teacher thought I called Mr. Beauregard gay. And she said, "Did you just call Mr. Beauregard gay?" She screamed at me. She took me to the like a window, like the door panel, right? And she was just chewing me out, and the rest of the kids watched on, and I was crying my eyes out. And I went into the bathroom, and for like 40 minutes I just sat there crying because I was so torn up about
I'm
it.
so sorry to hear that.
And that's why I'm afraid of authority. Thanks.
Okay, finally got through that story. Alright. The first time I learned the N-word.
This is such a fucked first episode.
So, I was...
To clarify, we're not racist.
No. So I was walking around the track because I didn't really hang out with many people other than my one friend, Matt.
Track and field, right?
Yeah. Like, I just walked the track, right? I didn't do anything but walk, and we talked about things. I don't know what, but we did talk about things. And this popular kid just runs up to me, says hard R N-word right to my face and runs away. I didn't know what he said. I didn't know what it meant. I turned to Matt and I was like, what did he just say? And then he explained to me what the N-word was and why we shouldn't say it. I'm like,
wow,
damn,
Matt was woke when he was in 2nd grade, dude.
No, dude, this was grade 6.
It was great. You learned the N-word in grade 6?
Yeah.
That's so late.
Why?
I
How?
learned in like grade.
There was 1 black guy at my school, and he came in grade 6.
I learned in grade 4 or 5 from you. I remembered like,
He pointed at me.
I remember when we were walking, Thomas, and you were just like, dude, I know a word that we're not allowed to say. I was like, what is it? I was like, it's the N-word. And I was like, what?
Nachos?
Nacho?
Doritos, Locos, Tacos?
I was like, the N-word, what? And you were like, yeah, you can't say it. I was like, why not?
And then he said it?
Because it's bad. I said, why is it bad? And then you were like, I don't know. And I was like, what is the N-word? And you said it. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow, apparently it wasn't that bad that I said it.
I mean, you're in grade 5. Like, do you know any better?
Yeah, let's talk about how we hated each other.
Yeah, we hated each other for a bit. I remember that.
Yeah, you told me about that. Like just one day you were like, yeah, dude, Thomas and I used to hate each other. I'm like, oh.
And we bonded over...
And then
Marvel.
you were like, yeah, you said you bonded over Marvel. And
We
then,
bonded over
and then you
the
were
2003 Daredevil movie,
Yeah.
which is awful now, but we thought it was... We had the scene where Elektra stabs the sandbags.
And then the one that with Daredevil's like face painted on it.
Yeah. We had this terrible joke, and I guess it was only funny because we thought swearing was funny. So we would talk about the scene, and then we would imagine when she stabs the bag with Daredevil's face on it, that she would go, "That's what I want to do to you, bitch," which is not funny at all.
We thought it was hilarious.
We thought it was so funny, and we laughed like that was.
Do you remember we used to walk around and then we used to sit at a bench for a bit. We used to talk.
Yeah, because you had an ear thing. You couldn't play Manhunt.
Oh, yo,
No, that was I couldn't swim.
You just couldn't swim. You could play Manhunt, sir?
Yeah, I could.
Then why were we such
I
losers?
think you just didn't want
I just
to,
didn't
maybe.
like playing Manhunt.
Oh, weird. You were a fucking dork.
No, I was just fucking. I like Nirvana.
So, you know...
Did you like Nirvana in 8th grade? Or in
Yeah.
like 6th even?
Yeah.
That's
Wow,
dope.
you're cool,
That's
dude.
OG.
I didn't listen to any music in...
I listened to Minecraft parodies until grade 7.
That's actually true of me as well.
Yeah.
I did a choreographed dance in 6th grade to Buzz Kisses.
I remember that. I remember that.
Okay, so talking about like what we did at recess in elementary school, when my friend Matt and I would just walk the track, I remember vividly a ton of conversations where we would just start beatboxing. Like Matt would start beatboxing and he'd ask me to rap over top of it, and I wouldn't, so I started beatboxing and Matt would just rap.
Jesus,
like I would beatbox for 45 minutes at lunch and he would rap for 45 minutes.
Was he good?
We were in grade 6, bro.
So yeah, what you're saying is that you were amazing.
I mean, maybe for grade 6, people in grade 6, but
On the bottom of.
but yeah, no, we were losers.
The world in my head.
World is a vampire. Ow, my.
Yeah.
Okay, when I got my nose piercing, it was really, really infected and hurt to touch my nose for a really long time. But it got
Okay, just to say this, James and I are badasses, and we have our piercings.
not really.
And the closest I have to that is that I'm circumcised. So
Hey, same.
I'm
you go.
circumcised as well.
fuck.
But yeah,
Thought it was cool.
yeah, I got my nose piercing and it got really infected whenever I put the ring in because I didn't like the stud. And then if my nose finally got like adapted to it and would stop pussing all the time,
Yeah.
and it was fine for the past 2 months, but as of like 2 days ago, it hurts to touch my nose. So if I go to kiss my lady friend and our noses bang, my eyes start watering.
That's attractive.
No, my eyes start watering
Dude.
like so badly. Like whenever anything touches it, it just hurts so bad.
When I first got my ears pierced, my lady friend grabbed me like that side of the
Oh
head.
my god, that
She was like, boom!
When I got my ears pierced,
Yeah.
Derek threw a lighter and it got caught on the
I was there. I got
know.
it out for you.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the time? What the fuck was it? Somebody threw a tuna can at James or some shit.
I remember that.
And
It
it
was
caught on his ear. And he had to wipe it off.
Wait, no,
remember
no,
you
no.
guys came
So
back
we
to
were
school
walking.
and you were like,
we were
"What the
walking. Let me explain. We were walking.
Yeah.
We were walking by the one store, and in this like plant bush type thing. It was kind of cold out, so like all the plants were dead, and
All the plants are dead. Bush me shit, sorry.
so all the plants are dead, right? And there was just this tuna can with still a little bit of tuna, but a lot of cigarette ashes.
Oh, so fucking
Our
funny
friend
when
Derek,
you're coming in there.
he picks it up, throws it at me, hits me square in the side of the head, right on the ear,
Thomas.
and there's tuna
Yeah,
and
read this
cigarette
later.
ashes in my ear, and I smell like crap for the rest of the day, rest of the night. I went to work smelling like shit. I felt terrible because I had tuna in my ear, and they all just laughed. Nobody did anything. What does it say?
Nobody can know. This is the darkest secret we have.
Boobies.
It said boobies, haha. That's pretty funny, guys.
Yeah, minimalism. I don't know. I forget who it was, but somebody was talking, and they were like, "Oh, why were people afraid of capitalism?" And I was like, and then they were like, "Because capitalism is close to socialism." And I was like, "No, not
it's
capitalism, communism." They were like, communism is close to socialism. But aren't they the same thing?
National Socialist, National Socialist, National Socialist.
Aren't they the same thing?
No.
You should cut that out.
What
cut that out what I just said.
You said National Social. I'm not cutting it out. You're gonna look like a Nazi.
Nazi. No.
Nazi.
Okay.
Robbie has a shaved head with a swastika tattooed on
I
it.
have really long hair.
Wait. So if communism and socialism aren't the same thing, what's the difference between the two of them? Because I always I always hear of communist Russia and socialist Russia.
Communist is like full on social. Like socialism is
It's just
like more taxes that help out the poor.
Oh, okay. So I'm a socialist, not a communist.
And then communism.
Shit.
Don't do that. You're gonna fuck up the mic. And then communism is like giving everybody fucking money for free.
Yeah, like just everybody gets $12 an hour, like even if you're a trash collector or.
There's a lot of corruption.
Surgeon.
Hashtag throwback to
surgeon.
corruption.
Throwback to Fidel Castro, Justin Trudeau's real daddy. Am I right?
They look so similar.
Do they really?
They did.
No, what the fuck's the matter?
You know, trust in judo got
No, when Fidel Castro was younger, he looks like Justin Trudeau looks like now.
Yeah, trust in judo got plastic.
Trust in judo?
Well, no, we're protecting
got plastic
his
surgery.
anonymity.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we can't talk about Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, the guy we went to school with, trust in judo. He got plastic surgery to make him look less like Fidel Castro. That's why he looks like the handsomest man on earth. Because Big Daddy Pierre.
Pierre Trudeau.
Our 18th Prime Minister, Big Daddy Pierre.
Oh.
Here, one sec. I'm actually gonna. Okay, Google. What number Prime Minister was Pierre Trudeau?
18.
19.
According to Wikipedia, Joseph Philippe Pierre-Yves Elliott Trudeau PCCCCHQCFRSC, French, Tito, October 18, 1919, September 28, 2000, often referred to
He
by the
died
initials PET, was
a
a
year
Canadian
before I was
statesman
born.
who served as the 15th Prime Minister of
15!
Fucking wrong shit.
Was that an activation code for a fucking sleeper agent? PCCCCHQCFRSC. If you're listening to this and you just tried to nuke the American states, then I'm very sorry.
The United American States.
The United American of United
The
States.
United Arab Emirates. What kind of name is that? That's cool.
They're
Remember when
they're the Arab Emirates and they're all
we-
united.
Yeah, no, when we created our fake money in a class assignment, I wanted to name mine, like, similar to that, like, and be like the United James Emirates, but it sounded stupid.
You should have called it the United Jarab Emirates. Jarab. An acid tongue Jarab. A Jasmine What do you call a black person with no right eye?
What?
A black man. Ha ha ha. I'm Norm MacDonald. You want to hear a sexist joke? Where does a woman belong? On my asshole eating me out.
I'm Norm MacDonald. Ha ha ha.
Norm
I'm Norm MacDonald. Ha ha ha.
Half of Norm MacDonald's comedy I find absolutely hilarious, and the other half I just don't understand. But I feel like if I were to understand it, I'd find it just as funny. as
fucking
To be
love-
fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand.
Okay, shut up, Zach.
Oh no, that's a Zach roast right there, boy.
Got him.
I mean,
Got him.
I mean, it's a both of you roast because both of you just.
I
compare
don't
each
talk
other.
about IQs. I only talk about it when Zach talks about it.
You know because you bring it up and you're like, Zach, all you talk about is IQ when you bring up Zach
What do you-
talking about IQ when Zach doesn't talk
Yeah,
about
'cause he
IQ.
talks about IQ. I'll call him out when he talks about IQ, and I'll be like, Zach, you talk about IQ so much. Makes you sound like a fucking Rick and Morty fan, dude.
Yeah, we'll start talking about EQ, emotional quotient.
Oh my god.
I bought my first real 6-string.
Shut
Bought
up.
it at the 5 and dime. Join in.
Adam sucks.
Played it until my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from the school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Joey got married. Should've known we never get far.
Standing on your mother's porch.
The moment seemed to last forever.
Oh, when I regret the choice.
And I were never. This was the best days of my life. Was the summer of '69.
talk about 6ix9ine. He touched some kids, and people think he's still a good guy.
And with that transition,
I'm just
6ix9ine.
saying. I don't care. I don't care if you're famous, if you're not famous at all. I don't care if you've served your 12-year sentence for videoing or touching some kids. I don't know if it was 12 years. I'm just saying, if you've even like served like a 20-year sentence after touching kids, I don't give a shit if you've served your time. You still touch kids.
Yeah, just bottom line, fuck you, dude.
And with that, we're bringing the podcast to a close. Thank you very much for listening to the 1 hour bloodbath. Maybe we'll do more of these.